the announcement about the casting of is it Nia or
Nia
not?
Nal.
Nia Nal. Can you tell us about that character or the decision to make it, because it means so much to so many people?
Oh my
to see that
God,
character.
it means so much to us.
To be able to do it. You know, I mean, the show is all about representation and inclusion, and you know, we thought it was important that we, you know, show a trans superhero on television, so that the way things change is by seeing people represented on television. So we're excited to be able to do that.
But Nia, I mean, first of all, we did a worldwide search for trans actors, and it took us a long, long time, and we hit the jackpot with Nicole Maines. She's an incredible actress. She's a real-life hero. She's a trans activist, has been since she was 14 years old. She's been honored by GLAAD. She is just an extraordinary person. So we're like over the moon that we found her. And the character of Nia Nal is the great grandmother of the Legion character from DC, Nora Nal, who was Dreamgirl. So Nia Nal is going to be Dreamer, and her superpower is that she dreams the future. And she's also going to be a cub reporter at Catco, and that's how she's introduced. And she worked as an intern for Cat Grant at the White House, so Cat sends her to Kara to mentor, and so it's just going to be tremendously fun and so meaningful to us. And as Robert said, our show is all about inclusion and representation, and we feel so honored to get to tell the story.
Will we see more of Catco next season?
A lot more.
Yeah, I mean, now that we're done, because of the World Killer story, it kind of took us out of Catco in a big way. But one of the themes that we're talking about this season is what is stronger, hope or fear, and our villain this season is against. There's a new rise of anti-alien sentiment in the country that our villain is promoting this season. And so one of the journeys that Kara will have is she kind of, it's a struggle for her because she represents kind of what the country is becoming afraid of. And so one of the things that she finds is realizing the power of the press and the power of the free press and speaking out about social issues. And so that, she will, this is the season, where Kara becomes as much of a superhero as Supergirl.
And I know that you guys aren't really up to breaking down the crossover, but what can you tell us about how you think Kara's going to react to Batwoman?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, we're excited to have Batwoman in the Arrowverse. We haven't really sat down to talk about the crossover, so all I can really say is that it's going to be a 3-part crossover with us, Arrow, and Flash.
We haven't gotten there yet.
In response to some criticisms about fractured storytelling and maybe not focusing as much on Kara the last couple seasons, how do you plan to develop her character more going into season 4?
I think that we always feel, what's great about the show is that we have a wonderful ensemble. But at the end of the day, we're always telling stories that propel the other characters' stories forward. But at the end of the day, we always feel that all roads kind of lead to Supergirl. So I know, and we always approach it that way. How either she's impacting the characters or how they're impacting her.
When you're talking about that hope or fear stuff, the freedom of the press, anti-alien sentiment, how much is that influenced by our current situation?
We've talked about this a lot. Superman, the comics from the late 30s and 40s, have always told stories about real-life issues. And Supergirl stands for hope, help, and compassion for all. So it's in the DNA of these characters to be champions of the underdog and reflect through the lens of superheroes stuff that people in the real world are dealing with. And we felt pretty strongly that we were off-world a lot last year. We were in Argo, rain brought us to all sorts of mystical places, and that this was a time we wanted to really get grounded. We wanted to be at Catco, and we wanted to tell these allegorical stories that that we're all talking about all day and thinking about all day. And the divide, there's a lot of division in this country, and so we think we're a perfect show to kind of reflect through the lens of superheroes, that type of divide in National City, and have maybe some wish fulfillment in how someone as hopeful and powerful as Supergirl could address them.
Thanks, guys. I have to take them.
Thank you.